Hello everybody, my name's Hocus Pocus, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. If you were with me for last episode, you will know exactly what we got up to, but if not, let me quickly give you a rundown of what went down. So, as you can see, all 16 silos are now up and running. The room is, I would say around, 70% complete in terms of design. We've got 2 walls and a ceiling to get through, but of course, it's not that much work, really. The 2 walls should be fairly straightforward. The ceiling is going to be the difficult piece to finish. However, we should get that done soon. And aside from that, we also set up the wool farm so that now items can flow all the way through the system, meaning that every single color of wool is automatically stored in its selected silo. So everything is up and running perfectly, which is good. Of course, now we have to wait for 1.14 to be released so that this thing can start running itself. But until then, we will manually shear the sheep whenever we get the time or feel like we need the resources. Anyway, on a quick side note, I just want to say, if you're new around here for today's video, be sure to consider hitting that subscribe button if you do enjoy what you see from today's episode. I'm yet to decide what we're going to do, which is not very good in terms of having a plan, but you know, things always work themselves out. So give me a second here and I'll catch up with you when I know what we're going to be getting up to in this video. So it didn't take me long to come up with an idea for today's episode. I literally just mentioned that the ceiling needs work. And I think that is the first thing that we're going to tackle in today's episode. I guess why not, really? I don't really have anything else important to get done that is of necessity. So I guess the ceiling is a good place to start for today. I've got sort of an idea of what I want to do. So I think what I'm going to do to start things off is just bring a stone slab line all the way from the top of this pillar to the top of that pillar. I'll do that on both sides. We can probably fill the middle in with maybe stone bricks or a combination of stone bricks and leaves, depending on how we feel. And then the central area of the ceiling is going to follow a similar theme to the rest of the base. So we're going to have as big of an arch as we can fit in there, I guess, and then we'll use a bit of leaf work, maybe a little bit of dark oak wood, and some iron bars if we can fit those in as well. And just combine it all to make a nice arched central segment of the ceiling. I think that will look good. So one thing I do want to quickly check before we move on here is I keep hearing zombie noises over here. And see, you can hear it again. I'm semi-sure there's a zombie hanging around here somewhere, and I kind of want to find him. So let's go in through here. Okay, he's not in here. Confirmed. Definitely not in there. Let's try somewhere else. Maybe down here. Okay, there we go. There he is. Let's take this guy out quickly because he's annoying the hell out of me. And then to solve the issue, we can just go ahead and pop a torch in like that. Unfortunately, I cannot remember the order in which I had these set up, so I'm just going to throw them back in like that. I think that works. Yeah, that'll be fine. So, as I said, we're going to be working on the ceiling, and I think the first step is to get those stone half slabs in place, and then fill in this central segment. Just about to finish up here, you guys, getting the first part of the ceiling design in place. So I thought I'd bring you back, just so that you could see how it's looking so far. Let's get these last few stone bricks in place. Give me that one back, please. Or don't give me that one back. There we go. Went the long way and got them back eventually. So if we just bridge forward ever so slightly, we should be able to fill in that last gap. I do want to get a torch up there as well because I destroyed one in the process of mining the ceiling out, just to make sure that it stays lit. I don't want any mobs hanging around above this room. They are kind of annoying when they do so. So here we go. As I said, we've got the stone slabs on either side and then running through the middle. I just decided to go with stone brick. I thought I'd keep it nice and simple because the middle partition of the ceiling is going to be a little bit more complex. As I said, I'm going to try and arch it, throw in some leaves, some wood maybe, and also some iron bars. That's what I'm trying to say. Some iron bars if I can fit them in as well. So I think what we'll do now is I'll build up a little bit of scaffolding down here using the stone that I have in my inventory. And we'll get to work on bringing about the shape for this ceiling. We're making very good progress with the ceiling, so this is how things are looking right now. As you can see, we've got a couple of arches in place, and we may also be able to incorporate some on the edges depending on how the wall design turns out. We'll see about that though in the future, possibly towards the end of this episode. There are a couple things I need to grab. I need to grab some oak leaves, and I also need some iron bars, so let's go ahead and get those. We can go ahead and grab a few of these blocks as well that we've chopped out and left to despawn on the floor. So, as I was saying, I need some oak leaves, which I'm actually not 100% sure if we have any of. In which case, we'll have to go out and grab some, but that shouldn't be an issue, shouldn't take too long. And also, we need some iron bars, and that zombie scared the hell out of me again. That's like the second episode in a row now. I can't remember exactly when it was. It was either last episode or the episode before where I got terrified by a zombie. Those things, man. Sometimes they jump out at you and you're not expecting it. Okay, oak leaves. Okay, we got 64 and 48. That should be enough, I would say. Fingers crossed. And then also in our miscellaneous items chest, we'll have some iron bars. Let's grab both of those resources, take them back towards the silo storage room, which I must say is actually shaping up to be a pretty cool looking room at the moment. The functionality is obviously there, which is good. And we still do need to wait until 1.14 for the update that allows dispensers to activate shears. But shouldn't be too far away now. I think it's coming out sometime. It must be sometime in the near future. They said early 2019, I believe, Mojang. So yeah, we should be expecting that sometime soon, hopefully. Anyway, that is besides the point. Let's go ahead and start placing down these oak leaves. So they just need to come all the way towards the dark oak arch, and then once we're at the arch, we can grab our iron bars, install those like that, and then more oak leaves in the center to bridge this gap. Perfect, and then we can go ahead and put our iron bars in, and finally our last batch of oak leaves will take us to the edge of the room here. And we are done with the ceiling for now, anyway. So let's take a look at it. Yeah, that's really cool. Let me try and get rid of some of this scaffolding so that we can actually have an unobstructed view of it. It might be a better idea to actually hop up here and get rid of it from the top. There we go. Good. Watch my step. Don't want to go falling off. And get rid of that. There we go. And finally that block there. Perfect. So everything has been removed and it is very dark up there. Wow. Didn't think it was going to be that dark. I guess in that case, we'll have to look at installing some lighting maybe. We could probably get some lamps in the corners there, or maybe under the leaf blocks. I will look at that in a second. But I really do think this is a cool design. So, as I said, let's get some lighting up there. That would probably be the next best thing to do. The ceiling lighting is in place. I made use of some prismarine lanterns to get that done, and I will show you that in a second. I'm just gathering up some resources because I want to work on the 2 remaining walls in that room. So we've got a few things to do here. A couple bits to grab. I'm also going to take this opportunity to smelt up some of this stuff, because as I've mentioned in previous episodes, we are running not low on iron, but our stocks are lower than they've ever been. So we do want to keep them replenished whenever possible. So we're just going to dump a few things over at the smeltery. Looks like we had something in here already. I don't know what it was. I guess we took it and just forgot to turn the thing off. Anyway, we need to smelt up some stone brick. We're going to go ahead and smelt up all of our ores as well. So let's chuck all of those in like so. Send that on its merry way, and that should get to work. Aside from that, we have everything we need. So we're going to need the stone slabs as well. Keep those right there. So let's head over to the silo storage area for our wool farm, and I can quickly give you a little look at what we decided to do with the lanterns. As you probably would have guessed, I've gone ahead and put them under the leaf blocks because, well, above the leaf blocks technically, because the lanterns don't really fit with the theme. So I wanted to hide them in a way, and I think it looks fine. So let's get a little bit of a better view up here. That might be a good idea. So of course we've got 3 lanterns in there, 1 under each segment of leaves, and it does give the room a lot more light in that area because it was pretty damn dark up there. I was kind of surprised, but I think it's a lot better with the lanterns in place. And of course now, as I said, we're going to be working on this wall and this wall, implementing a similar design to this right here. So I'm going to get to work on that, and yeah, I'll just bring you guys back in when we've made way with what we're working on. This room is actually turning out very, very nice indeed, if I do say so myself. Here, let me take the GUI away so you can get a proper look. We'll create a few angles as well. I think this looks really cool. Of course, we're yet to alter this wall It's not looking so good on that side, but I've got plans for it, and I think we're going to go ahead and get to work on this one in a second. A few issues on this side, one of them being that the water streams do actually run behind this wall, and they started to flow out, but I kept control of them, managed to fill in the gaps, and stopped anything from getting damaged, which was good. And I just wanted to say as well that I don't know how you guys feel about this wall design, but I definitely believe that this works way better on a smaller scale. On a larger scale, you start to notice patterns, and I think that's when it goes wrong. Because look, here, let me bring my GUI back up. You can sort of see, look, you've got this diagonal of cobblestone going up that way. You've got another diagonal going up that way. You've got many diagonals of these polished andesite. And I kind of think that slightly ruins the build. The design. Although it's not ruined, but you know, it's just not supposed to have patterns in it, this design. However, it still works. So I'm obviously going to leave it there as it is. So I think now, of course, we've got the ceiling in place. That's all complete. We've got one huge wall in place on this side. I think it's time to get to work on this side. In terms of what we're going to do here, I think we're going to change up ever so slightly. So you see we have the trim here, the stone slab trim. I think for this wall, I'm actually going to raise it up to somewhere up there. Or do we just bring it down to the floor? I'm not sure really, because obviously when we have an entrance, it does change things ever so slightly. I think actually it would work on the floor. Let's just place it in a second so that I can kind of visualize what's going to happen once we have this all in place. So we'll remove that. We'll go ahead and pop some stone slabs in there like this. And then of course we'll tear that all away. And yeah, the entrance still works. Yeah, I think it's going to work actually. So I'm going to get to work on this, pretty much imitate this design, move it to this side. And once we've done that, the room's basically complete then, so we can come and take a look at it. The things we'll go through to store some wool, huh? I'm kidding. This is what Minecraft is all about, really, if you think about it. What would I be doing if I didn't build a huge room like this to store wool in for my automatic wool farm? I would probably be bored as hell, not playing the game correctly. Well, I mean, there is no way to play the game correctly, but it's called Minecraft. Wait, it's not called Minecraft Build. We are playing it incorrectly. Oh my, I've just had a realization. We are playing it incorrectly. There's no build instructions in the game's title. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Obviously, I'm kidding with you guys, but this is really cool. This is one of my favorite rooms, definitely. You know, I don't really know what it is, but it just looks nice and grand. You walk in, the ceiling's really high. You have a lot of space to breathe, to move, you can climb, you can go up to the next level. Like this is what every good room in Minecraft needs to have, in my opinion. Nice space, multiple levels, good detail. And I can't thank, I believe it's Amradorn, if I'm remembering correctly, that came up with the design here to incorporate the silos into the room. I can't thank him enough for that, because without that work, I wouldn't have been able to come up with this. That was the foundation to basically invent the entire design of this room, and I think I even mentioned that when we were putting it in place, that it was kind of going to be a baseline that we'd work from, and that is exactly what we did, and this is what we ended up coming up with. So thank you once again, Amradorn, for suggesting the design work that we now have incorporated in this room. I'm really pleased with how this turned out. This is really cool. So now, whenever we need to come and get some wool, we can come in, grab some wool in fashion, because we've got a nice room to store it all in. Everything is color-coded. We have ladders to get up to the remaining silos. We have a cool ceiling. It's nice. It is a really nice room. So now that we're done with that, of course, we can move on to something else within the last few minutes of today's video. I'm not sure yet. We do have an issue here, actually. We filled up the entire chest full of cactus. We should probably grab some of this, actually, and take it over to the deep storage. Here. Get rid of a little bit of it, at least, because I did have a double chest set up in there, I believe, to hold some cactus if we needed to. So let's check that out quickly. Here we go. Where did I put it? Okay, it's right here. We filled that one. We've almost filled 2 double chests. So of course, the cactus farm, we were even considering making that a little bit bigger, and of course we really do not need to do that. We have way more than we're ever going to be able to use, which is fine. Nothing wrong with having materials on demand, and probably too much of a material. The iron and gold finished cooking as well, which is good. So we replenished a little bit of that. And actually, on that subject, I was considering doing a mining trip, so that might be the next segment of the video. Alright you guys, so I'm probably going to be wrapping things up very soon. But before we do that, there's a couple more things I need to do in this video. And one of them is to organize our loot from the mining session. So this is what we came back with. We got over a stack and a half of iron, just over a stack and a half, which is nice. Only 7 gold. Not too concerned about that though, really. Got ourselves 4 stacks of coal. And a little bit extra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 stacks of redstone. And right at the dying embers of the trip, we actually managed to find 10 diamonds as well. So I'm going to pull all of this out. We're going to split it in half. And we're going to get it cooking. Because we need those ingots. As for the rest of this, we can take this back over to the small storage. Wait, we didn't look through this, did we? It's not very interesting. Just a few materials to build with, that sort of thing. Give me my pick back, please. Thank you. There we go. So, now that we are back and we've put a few things to smelt, let's get rid of everything else. So, nope. Okay, we'll pull all of this out and just make a few blocks out of the remaining goodies that we found. Because that's the way we store things. Actually, you know what? Redstone we're not going to do it with. We're just going to store it in the dust form. Coal we will go ahead and turn into blocks. There we go. Diamonds we'll do the same thing. There we go. Emeralds, same thing. And lapis, same thing. There we go. So let's go ahead and stick these in the ores, ingots, and minerals chest. There we go. And the coal as well. Perfect. Oh, we actually had another stack right here of coal. So let's go ahead and craft that up as well. There we go. The redstone is going to go straight into the redstone closet in dust form, as I said, because we've used quite a bit of it now. We were around almost at a full double chest. So I'm just going to restock those supplies with that little bit there. We've got 1 emerald to go away as well, which I must have missed. There we go. So this one can go back. And we'll go ahead and put our building materials away in the deep storage. So what have we got here? We've got a bunch of cobblestone, as if we need that. Right, let's store that away up there. There we go. We got some andesite, some gravel, some diorite, all that good stuff. So we'll put the diorite over here. We'll put the andesite right here. Granite can go in there. Dirt we actually have a chest for as well. I think the remaining items though we're going to have to take to the small storage, which shouldn't be an issue. We've got a lot of space for those things. And zombie flesh in there. And finally, put our shulker box away. And I think we'll take one final look at the room that we went ahead and built today, because I am proud of it, actually. It looks really cool. So let's head over there very quickly to take one last look before we end the video. Damn, yeah, this is cool. I really like this, if you couldn't tell by the way I talk about it. But yeah, really pleased with how that came out. So that is going to be it for today's episode, you guys. I really do hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. If you did, then make sure to drop a like on the video. That'll help the channel out and it will be much appreciated by myself. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments in general, be sure to drop those down in the comment section below because I love to read, I love to respond. So if you have anything to say at all, do not hesitate. Drop it down in the comment section so that I can respond to you on that. And finally, if you're new around here, as I said towards the beginning of the video, be sure to consider subscribing. That big red button down below. You won't regret it, I promise you. It'll allow you to stay tuned to this series and anything else that we decide to post on the channel. So once again, you guys, thank you very much for taking precious time out of your day to come and watch my video. I really, really do appreciate it. Be sure to take care of yourselves, look after your families, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye for now.